Peace and love, family. Peace and love. Peace and love. Tap in. How y'all doing? How's everybody doing? Peace and love. What's going on? Peace and love. We're going to do something we haven't did in a while. Q&A. All right, questions and answers. So I'm going to spin this live. Answering questions about consumer law, what else? Contract law, anything that's having to do with this process. What else? Again, for those that's just coming in, peace and love, love and peace. All right, today is a great day, Monday. All right, Monday. All right, so we're going to start the question Q&As at 10:10. Let some folks come on up in here. I hope those have been reading. I'm hearing a lot of buzz. People saying that there's a lot of quote-unquote gurus that are telling people just to send things in. All right. I don't know. I know they're not talking about me, but I feel like the smarter and the more informed students are, all right, the better all this will be. If you don't have smart followers, meaning if your students or your followers or if your listeners aren't smart, okay, you're not going to last long. Okay, you ain't gonna last long. All right. What I try to do here at HCA, I try to tell everybody to read. No, I'm not secured party creditor. We don't do that here. Okay, none of that is necessary here. But we'll get to that. I'll tell you why. But what the hell was I saying? But yeah, you always want to have your followers to be smarter. I try to have all my followers, everyone that listens to me, okay, I try to harp on reading. Meaning it doesn't matter what, it's like, so I just seen somebody ask me, how do I get out this ticket? I just got pulled over for no license. How do I get out this ticket? Man, you got to know what's going on, family. Like, there's no way to just, at least I don't have a template just to say, hey, yeah, send this in. I see people that do things like that, but my thing is, if it's that easy, why everybody don't do it? Why? Because everybody doesn't understand how to enforce a quote unquote template. All right, so here we try to pressure and push on you to read, understand the acts, because again, you can read something one time and not know what they're talking about. You can read something 2 times and not know what it's talking about. You could read something 3 times and not know what it's talking about. All right. So my thing is, if you, for instance, read the Federal Reserve Act, for instance, and you see where they talk about application. Now, if you don't know what applications they're talking about, you're going to instantly say, they ain't talking about applications that I submit. You see what I'm saying? You're instantly going to think that when no one told you that. All right, a lot of people try to debate me and say, you're misinterpreting the things you're reading. I'm like, okay, why are we getting remedy then? Why are we getting remedy? All right, why are we getting remedy? All right, so my thing is, until we stop getting remedy, we'll change something up. Until then, all right, the old saying is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm not fixing anything that's not broke. For those students that haven't got remedy yet, keep reading, keep going, don't stop. But for those losers that quit and said, man, that shit don't work, y'all, I gotta tell y'all this story. All right, I even had, apologize, I coming over for my little sniffles, okay? I had somebody that was in my mentorship last year, okay? Actually, 2 people that was in my mentorship last year. They got out my mentorship and they chose to take the information to another camp. All right, so I'm start seeing this camps using my lingo and shit. And when I say this, y'all, it's nothing about me. Yo, you doing my shit? You take my shit? You take my shit? That's not. I could care less. All right, but so when I seen my slogan, y'all know when I be like, the more you know, the less you pay. The less you know, the more you pay. Okay, I seen that slogan somewhere. I was like, yo, what the hell? And coincidentally, it was one of my mentees' friend, okay, that put it on his goddamn book. All right, but the woman that jumped over there, okay, I just recently seen a status by her saying mansa is the reason why I don't believe in none of this stuff. But then I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I thought you left here to go there to get remedy. Now that I know you didn't get remedy, that lets me know it's not the processes. Okay, and I hope the guy that is watching, it's you. So let me get this straight. You failed this school. You went over there and failed that school, and you just said, man, none of that shit real. It sounds like a failure to me. Yeah, people love to do the blame game. If I go to this school and I always get suspended. If I go to this school and I always get suspended. If I go to this school and I always, man, it ain't the school. It ain't the school. I wish my kids would come to me. Daddy, I got suspended. Go to another school. Daddy, I got suspended. It's not my fault. Go to somewhere else. Daddy, it ain't my fault. I'm like, hold on now. The fuck you mean it ain't your fault? Okay? The fuck you mean it ain't your fault? All right, and I was just watching a movie. I forgot what it was. I forgot what it's called. I heard an amazing quote. He said, his darkest fears is someone that doesn't want to learn at their own expense. I'ma say it again. It is what he say. It is a dark place for a person to not want to learn at their own expense. So imagine buying a class and you don't utilize it properly, meaning you don't read, you don't study, you just watch the class and just start sending shit in like, man, that shit ain't work. Let me go over here, spend some more money. And that's why a lot of you are saying things like, man, I done spent so much money in this, so much. I was like, ain't no way you didn't pick up nothing new. All right? Because granted, they may not taught you the whole process, but they told you something that was a piece of the process. Y'all walking around, going around here saying, man, these folks ain't teaching nothing. You didn't know nothing. Okay? All right? You didn't know anything. All right, so let's go ahead and this live for those that's just coming in. This is just basically questions and answers, Q&As. We haven't done this in a while. All right, so I'm just gonna be basically answering some questions. If it's please don't ask questions like I got a bill, what do I do with it? All right, ask like a more direct question, because if questions like that, I'm gonna have to say go read. And I know a lot of y'all don't. Oh my gosh, just tell me. It's not that simple, because you gonna ask me what do I do with my bill. I'm gonna say endorse it. You can say, well, how do I do that? I'm gonna say, well, you have to know who you are inside of the contract, meaning you must endorse it at the capacity of the agent on behalf of the principal. I know that sounds like it's some, man, just that sounds like some mumbo jumbo. Just tell me what it is. All right, just tell me what to put. Okay, I'll tell you what to put. At the top of the bill, you put accepted for deposit. At the bottom left, you're going to put for deposit. On the back side, you're going to sign buying for, utilizing your natural name, and you're going to utilize the all caps name. Okay? My thing is, you can do that all day. That ain't going to mean nothing. That ain't going to mean nothing. You going to try this shit and get your goddamn credit card cut off. Then you're going to be more live. Man, I saw that shit, man. That didn't work. That's how it be. That's how it be. Look, somebody like, where do I write it? Where do I put it? All right, but yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and start questions. I'm just going to go off the first question I see, y'all. I'm just going to go off the first question I see. All right. Somebody said, I need that Miami ticket. It's definitely in the bio, goddess. Once you endorse the bill as instructed, what is the process time? And do you need additional steps beyond you definitely need the class. You don't need additional steps after the course. But if you're asking what's the process time, you make the process time. You got to understand, you're the one that's sending your workers instructions. You give them how long you want them to do this. And if they don't do it in those amount of days, you have to build your lawsuit. That's why I try to tell people, it's not simply as just you sending your bill in. You can send your bill right all damn day. But what are you going to do when they don't abide by your instructions? That's where a lot of people are stuck at, because they're like, what do I do now? I did everything. You didn't do everything because you haven't learned how to sue. Simply by going down to your local courthouse, asking for your pro se handbook. Okay, every court has this. You're simply going to go down to your courthouse, ask for the pro se handbook. All right, it's basically going to give you all the whole process from a pro se standpoint. Okay, go down to your courthouse, ask for your pro se handbook. All right, your pro se litigation handbook. All right. You got to know what's going on before you use those 1099s. Yes, put those 1099s to the side before you get locked up, my friend. If the child support is endorsed, who would be the CFO to send it to? You'll send it to the corporation. You got to find that corporation. You can just send it to the headquarters. You're going to send it to the headquarters. So who's sending you, who's receiving that bill? Because the corporation is on the bill. Do you have to claim that account with the IRS not to get remedy? It's an application still applies to a trustee bank if the social has a pin lock on it. Yes. Yes. Did you? If you got denied or anything like that, then it was ran. IRS send endorsement to CFO of IRS. No. Her flexing. Aren't you in my mentorship? We answered that question already. When I ask for all titles, are some of the titles I am requesting to be the original creditor and holder of the agreement? Yes. Does a finance charge and a proper consumer credit transaction have to be tendered with a 1099? Not with the 1099. Not with the 1099. You gotta read the Federal Reserve Section 2 and Section 1. Federal Reserve Section 16, Part 1 and Part 2. My bad. Federal Reserve Section 16, Part 1 and Part 2. Can you send an accepted value to the United States Treasury? For what? What is your accepted to value to the Treasury? What will be the purpose? What are you trying to do? Brother, I just became aware of you. However, I'm somewhere familiar with the idea. Where do I start? You can start by one of the pinned posts on my page. At the top, one of my top posts on my page. Also, you want to read the Bill of Exchange Act, but start with my videos first, because I kind of break things down in layman's form before you read any of the literature. Because you're going to read that and be like, man, I don't know what I'm looking at. All right, how do I endorse a car note? You got to understand the process. When going to court and I more so reciting codes or just arguing what I know, you're definitely not reciting codes, family. You're not a robot. You're going in there telling them what happened. Just spitting codes is not telling them what happened. You use codes as references. But if I slapped you, all right, and the police was right there, and they told you to tell the statement, you ain't gonna tell them codes. You're gonna say, yo, he slapped me. This was a assault. You feel what I'm saying? So and if there is a code somewhere, you can use a code, but it's like, you're not just making a whole claim full of codes. This ain't a video game. You see what I'm saying? Like, you gotta actually be able to elaborate the code. If that makes sense. When is the Atlanta event? That will be in February. How do we know we can proceed with our process when we feel we are comfortable to perform on our own? How do we know we can proceed with our process when we feel I think I'm reading your question right. How do I know we can proceed with our process when we feel we are comfortable to perform on our own? Well, that's based off you. I can't tell you when you're ready or not ready. That's all about you. But you gotta first put one foot in front of the other. I always tell folks the best teacher is experience. You're not getting experience just reading, which is great. All right, but the best experience is going out there and attempting some of these things. But once you understand the process and know what you're going to do, if they do this, it's like having a scouting report. I got to be able to have a counter. I know they're going to stop my drive. Like if I'm left-handed, they're going to try to stop me from going left, meaning if I want them to set this bill, they're going to stop me from trying to endorse this bill. So how am I going to react after they act against me? You see what I'm saying? How do I counter their counter? So it's a game of counters. But long as you know what you're gonna do when they say no, or long as you know what they're gonna do if they don't respond, you're ready. All right, but that's basically based off you. How to tender the payment from the start. You gotta know the process, family. God damn. Come on, family. You want me to tell the whole 8-hour class? How to tender the payment from the start. God damn. All right, what are common billing errors made by auto dealers? I don't know. I don't do billing errors. You have to ask somebody that teaches billing error. We're supposed to send letters to headquarters address CFO, correct? Yes, or you can send to indentured trustee. Does adoption matter, or do I still only have one social security number in trust to focus on? Does adoption matter? Are you saying you adopted a kid? Because if you adopted a kid, then that kid has a social. Or are you saying that if you were adopted, even if you were adopted, you still have a social then? So yeah, you can still operate through the consumer. For full application, do you place things on there also, or just on the tender letter? Nah, you don't gotta put. You can put some things on the application, but it's all your instructions is gonna be your tender. That's why the tender of payment is so powerful. So I really want a lot of y'all to Google tender of payment. What is tender of payment? Because when you Google that, it doesn't say what it's supposed to look like. It just tells you what it is. Meaning if I'm lost in the goddamn forest and all I have is a goddamn piece of paper and a pen, I can turn that piece of paper into a tender of payment. It doesn't have to be a certain documentation, certain material. No. It can literally be any damn thing. A toilet tissue, piece of toilet paper can be a tender of payment. It's just like a note, like instructions on what to do with the application. That's like if I let you borrow my car, I'm gonna give you what? I'm gonna give you rules to the car. All right, that's like my instructions. Hey, you about to get this car? Here's my instructions. All right, it's the same thing with your application. Every time you give your application out, you want to give instructions. You don't want to give somebody a blank application. I mean, if you do, it's cool. You just want to come back and accept that application. Because if you send that application in, you don't inform them that you're the executor. You're coming on the behalf of the principal, because you're not the name on the application. You're the representative of the name that's on the application, meaning you're entitled to the same rights as the principal. That's why when you read the Federal Reserve Section 16, Part 2, it talks about principal. It talks about guaranteed interest to the principal. So when you understand who the principal is always the name that's on your birth certificate, the name that's on your social. That's the name that you put down on applications. When you fill out applications, that's not your name. That's the name of your corporation. Y'all gotta understand, we're all doing business. All right, we all are business owners. Don't matter how hard you working at that damn job. No matter how many months you done been damn employee of the month. Okay, you are a business owner, but the problem is you have been neglecting your business roles. All right. Literally, we were neglecting our roles. Didn't know that we had a whole estate that we're supposed to be supporting, supposed to be doing all the operations for. All right, the cashier, executor, the investigations, okay, the security, all right, that's all us, okay, that's all us in one. So while you're working your one job, you need to quit your one job so you can start doing your 10 jobs, and you can see how your life really starts to change. All right. Come to Houston, Texas for an event. Definitely will. Definitely will. What does a claim for relief look like? Not to sound funny, y'all. And when I answer these, y'all, please don't think I'm being funny or being a smart ass or nothing like that. I'm just gonna tell you what helped me out. So that question right there, somebody said, what does a claim for relief look like? I want you to go to Google and literally type in, what does claim for relief look like? Literally. Literally. All right, literally, not no bullshit, literally, and that's gonna start you on your way. Like literally, you can go to YouTube, look up claim of relief. There'll be different attorneys telling you about what claim of relief is, what that looks like. All right, what you can ask for, what you can't ask for. How do you sue after filing lawsuit? Family, do you know a suit and a lawsuit is the same thing? If it's after the lawsuit, you don't sue again. You're already in the lawsuit. A lawsuit is a suit. To sue someone, that's short for lawsuit. Then you endorse the back of the bond or the coupon. What bond, family? What bond? We endorse the back of the coupon. Coupon and the bond is all that is the same. When are you coming to Atlanta? February. If a person that came from another country only has 2 names, would it be the same process as if they had 3? She is yes. Yes, same process. Is getting the power of attorney the initial first step? I mean, not really. That's just one of the steps. Step 1 has like 5 documents with it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, unless that's how you looking at it. You know, you can look at the power of attorney as step 1, the endorsed bill or the endorsed contract or the lease is step 2, the typed up instructions, step 3. You sending out your first letter, step 4. You sending out your second letter, step 5, and that's 5 business days. So for that one, for the guidance that asks how long is the process, that's based off your instructions. If I come in the house and I'll be like, yo, I'm telling all my kids, yo, I want this house clean by 3:30. All right, meaning if it's not clean by 3:30, all right, I might give a warning. I'm like, yo, y'all got the house clean? What's going on? All right, y'all got 30 more minutes. Don't have me come back in this house. All right, so if I come back in the house and the house still ain't clean, judgment has to come. Okay, judgment has to come. So it's the same thing with these corporations. Y'all got to remember, we're the owners. They're the workers. They're managing our accounts. That's why they call, hey, I'm the manager. Hey, I'm the account manager. Yeah, they are, because we're supposed to be busy living life. We're not supposed to be worried about if our fucking bills getting paid or not. All right, after we understand what's going on, we're supposed to be living our lives. All right, think about whatever you want to do with no limitations. All right. When going to court, do I lead with reciting codes? No, family, don't lead with reciting codes. You lead with the nature of the suit. Nature of the suit. What is the nature of the suit? It's state your claim. All right. How do you utilize interest on a light bill? Where does the interest come from? Well, the interest came from when you gave them an application, and then they started sending you monthly bills. All right, so you can either utilize the interest, because there's only one way to pay a bill is with interest. So if you're not using the interest that they're giving you every month, meaning that utility bill that you see is the interest. I'm going to say it again. That utility bill that you see every month is the interest. That car note that you see every month is the interest. That rent that you pay every month is the interest. Imagine paying on your own interest. That's what we was doing. And that's what a lot of people are still doing. When the whole time, all we got to do is use the interest that is waiting for us to accept. Imagine somebody sending you money every month and you never accept it. If you want to break down the United States issue, we're just going to focus on our area. All right, focusing on the United States issues, the biggest issues is that the ones that own the consumers don't know that they own the consumers. And since they don't know they can own the consumers, they're taking the liability and the obligation that's really owed to the consumer, okay, and they're taking it upon as a debtor. So what I mean by that is we're supposed to be separating ourselves from our consumers and basically living through our consumer. Our consumer has consumer rights. Our citizen has citizen rights. For all these old head mumbo jumbos that's telling y'all to run away from your social because it means you're attached to the United States, them motherfuckers don't know what they're talking about. Okay? At all. They don't know what they're talking about even a little bit. Because if this social security card is a government beneficial card, who is it for? It's for the government name. And who's the user of this government name? Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Okay. Who is the consumer? I mean, who owns the consumer? The living natural man or the living natural woman. You got to look at the consumer like a vehicle or a house, an estate, because that's really what it is. The consumer is an estate. All right, it's an extension of land. So every time you put your extension of land, meaning your consumer's information on a piece of paper and you submit, you got to hear the word submit. Don't you got to submit applications, meaning you have to give over the access to your estate? That's why it's so powerful. That's why, and they ask you, are you sure? Is everything correct? Before you submit this, do you want to review this? All right, because they letting us know, hey, listen, once you send this over, you're giving us rights. Because we didn't have any rights before. We have to get rights from you, consumer. Original creditor, you have to give us credit rights so we can go to the Federal Reserve and go get these Federal Reserve notes so we can fund this consumer credit transaction. Okay, you got to remember, we give rights. All right, so anytime you look at a damn contract and it says you are signing, you do know that you are signing over your rights. Yeah, we don't never sign over our inalienable rights, our equitable fucking rights. All right, we're just allowing them to have rights to be able to manage our estate's account. Or should I say one of the estate's accounts, because your estate has many accounts. Every time you enter a consumer credit transaction, all right, that is your estate entering into another account. All right, and the United States loves that because you're doing business. Now, what the Constitution, what Congress don't, and what none of us should want is somebody that is out here doing this completely wrong. Because imagine a whole people living wrong, thinking that they're supposed to pay bills. Imagine when bills go up, when actually on the flip side, that means things are doing good. But you got the ones that the money is being sent to. They're looking at it as it's bad. Like Pastor Troy said, whatever everything you thought was bad was good and everything you thought was good is bad. What if you thought hell was really heaven and heaven was hell? Like meaning whatever you're living in right now is total hell. I'm just here to remind you. I'm not here to patty cake, baker, man, anything. I'm here to let you know if you're not utilizing your rights, you're living in hell. You're a dead person. Okay? No one knows who the fuck you are. All right? If you died right now, you will be missed. You'll have funerals and life will go on. All right, and your estate is going to get passed over to the state. They're going to pass down to their heirs. They're going to pass down to their heirs, pass down to their heirs. All right, then your family going to be making GoFundMe. No offense to no family that has ever made that. I'm just telling you what is going on. Okay, that's what's going to happen. They don't give a damn about you. All right, because you were dead from the get-go. You just dead when you die now. Okay, that's really what's going on. All right, meaning if you're not utilizing your rights, you're losing your rights, meaning somebody is coming in and reserving your position because you're busy punching the clock for someone else. So this is way deeper than, oh, I don't want to have to worry about running a business. This has nothing to do with fucking running a business. This all have to do about what do you want your life to look like? All right? Yes, I'm talking to everyone that clocks in. I don't care. It doesn't matter how much you get paid. I'm not talking down to nobody. Why? Because I've had all kinds of goddamn jobs. You can't tell me how to get a job. I can get a job tonight and start tomorrow. Okay, what time is it? 10:30? I could get a job tonight and start tomorrow. Okay? So for anybody that's saying he talks down, I'm talking down on that lifestyle because I done lived it before. So yes, all right, that is an uninformed, non-using rights lifestyle, all right? I was a loser, okay? That is a loser lifestyle. It doesn't matter how much money you get paid hourly. It means somebody can line you up every hour and literally hand you your hourly rate out their motherfucking hand. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing, okay? That's embarrassing. All right, imagine every hour, you're like, oh, time to go get our hourly pay. Line up, and the boss out front, here you go, here you 20. Here you 25. Here you 30. You got your raise today. Oh, let me get you. Here you 35. Here you 35. That's embarrassing. Somebody can take out what you make an hour out their pocket. And they say I talk down to people. No, I'm talking to my old self. I'm saying self. Okay, self. This ain't it. This is not what you on this realm for. This is not what you're here for. Okay, y'all be feeling in your goddamn soul. You trying to find ways to like your job and shit. You been praying, Lord, please help me through this. Man, the Lord ain't hearing you. God's children ain't uninformed. Okay, God's children ain't debtors. That's why nobody hearing your goddamn prayers. Watch how many people log off. Watch the numbers trickle. Watch all them people log off. Like, he ain't gonna tell me about my God. Nobody is hearing you, okay? No one is like you texting the wrong girl. It's like you texting the wrong damn number. You thought the number was 864-5683. You done down 8348. That's the wrong number. Nobody is getting that message, okay? You saying the name, you saying the wrong name anyway, but we ain't gonna get into that. All right? So I'm all just letting you know, if you're not utilizing these rights and paying your bills using interest in the eyes of Congress and the eyes of the law, you're dead, okay? You're a nobody. You're dead, okay? If you don't believe me, go read the Se Litigation Act. Go read it, 1666. That motherfucker came out in 1666. So it's nothing that y'all can say that can supersede that. That is from 1666, and it's still in motion now. All right? So I'm not hearing nobody saying, well, you can't say it. Shut the fuck up, okay? Because the Se Litigation Act says that if you don't take action, you're fucking naturally dead, okay? So I don't want to listen to dead people, all right? I don't want to listen to dead people. I'm not here to listen to dead people. I'm here to inform the dead that, wait, hey, you're alive. Wake up. Wake up. You ain't dead, goddamn. Wake up. You ain't here just to fucking work. All right? All right? All right, next question. Should we consent to appear in front of a magistrate judge once the federal litigation is filed? Yeah, it's up to you, family. Shit, I be going to court. I be going there. I tell people to go, so not the fact that you have to go, it's for experience. Y'all stop running from this action. These folks are telling y'all, you ain't got to appear, you ain't got to go, you ain't got to, like, which is true. You don't got to go, but your shit better be cold. Your shit better be cold. I'm saying go so you can get a feel for things, so you can take that fear factor out the way. Because a lot of y'all don't want to go down to that court because you done probably served 30 days. You done goddamn had your heart motherfucking drop because you had to pay a motherfucking ticket. You didn't know if the judge about to give you 30 days. If anybody was informed, would have told your ass he ain't about to lock you up for no damn 30 days for no fucking ticket. You enough scared to death, man. When I be going to court, I just be seeing like, man, god damn, this used to be me. Not talking down to nobody, but I'm just giving you what I'm seeing through my eyes. I'm seeing people walking in and just being that motherfucker scared as hell. Ain't committed a crime, never. Never committed a crime. In there sweating bullets that like they done killed 5 people. Okay? And I'm just like, yo, just sit back and listen to the charges. Do you agree with the charges? Was there a victim? But first of all, you got to know what the crime is. Because if you don't know what a crime is, you can't object to anything. You can't just run in that motherfucker and say, objection! I'm the consumer. I'm a natural man. All right? Y'all be sounding crazy as hell. I'm the natural man. I don't abide by your laws. I'm above the law. That ain't it, family. That ain't it. Okay? All right, that ain't it. Should you DBA your name? Yeah, you can. Do you got to do that to get remedy? No. Can I use case law to back up my claims? Hell yeah, family. Come on, man. Hell yeah. That's the supremacy clause. Once the Supreme Court passed something, yo, it's done. It's done. Finito. If you got proof for a house car, etc., to utilize a tender with app, can you rebut about putting the insurance inside the finance? Well, there's nothing to rebut, family. You'll just be amending the contract. To rebut something means somebody told you you can't do it. But they never told you couldn't do that. You see what I'm saying? So you have to make the initial act, let them know, hey, I would like to amend the contract, update the contract. By the way, I want to go ahead and add my insurance inside of the finance charge, pursuant to 15 USC 1605. I would believe it's C. I could be wrong. But I know for sure it's 15 USC 1605. I don't know which subsection it is, but it's definitely 15 USC 1605, and that's the termination of a finance charge. When you read that, you can actually see for yourself, okay, for your own eyes, what all you can add inside of your finance charge. And it also specifically say you must send affirmative written instructions, okay? It literally says that you must send affirmative written instructions giving your desires. Man, I thought I was reading, man. I thought I was, somebody was like, man, giving me some wishes. Hey, man, give me, you got 3 wishes or any of your desires. I'm like, damn. It literally says that. If you don't believe me, go read it. Because they swear I'll be lying. They swear I'll be swindling people's money. They swear I don't give people any real game, okay? 15 USC 1605. Now, can you just run around screaming that to win cases? Fuck no, okay? Not at all, okay? Not even a little bit, okay? You have to be able to explain 15 USC 1605, okay? Who are you inside of 15 USC 1605? Okay, what angle are you approaching? Which capacity are you coming from? Because just blurting out a goddamn code does not tell us nothing. You're saying the code, but what capacity are you using the code? Are you the debtor? Are you the borrower? Are you the one that's obligated? Are you the one that's not obligated? All right, because just running up in that motherfucker saying cheat codes, this is not Grand Theft Auto when you can just put it in the code and you got infinite bullets. This is not Grand Theft Auto. All right. All right. You gotta know the code. Hell yeah, I'm about to get on that melanin quick. All right, do you know any case law I can reference my case to regarding security fraud? This is what I want you to do. I want you to go to Google and type in Supreme Court case for security fraud. And it's going to pull up all the case law for you. All right, it's really that simple. All right, it's really that damn simple. All right, it's really that damn simple. All right, make sure I got that. Make sure I answer that question. Okay, cool. Mansa, get off live and go take care of yourself. God damn. Sheesh. I can't have a little bit of sniffles. You act like I'm up here coughing like my lung. Damn, I look that bad. Like, god damn. Yeah. I'm gonna get that right. Do we need a 1099A? Nope. No, you don't. No, you don't. How did you and Tarzan end up beefing? Y'all don't even teach the same info. Oh, well, you gotta ask him that, brother. You gotta ask him that. I don't know how my face ended up on his YouTube 3-hour video. I don't know. I just seen my face and I'm like, wow, that's a handsome guy. What's going on here? And I clicked on my face and then it was just the guy that was from London. I was talking shit, just saying I was wrong. And that's when it started, man. I was like, hey, let's debate. And he didn't want to do that. He said I was feminine, and he said I was sassy because I was calling him names. And I be forgetting like what era I come from. You know, I'm a 90s baby. For y'all 90s baby, y'all know we joke. Like, you know, it don't matter how old you is, how young you is. Y'all be 40 years old cracking jokes, yeah. So I be having to remember like different generations. They look at like, oh, you cracking jokes, you're immature. And I'm like, yeah, but I know how to endorse my bill. So who's really immature? Who's the real minor? All right, so that's how I be looking at it. But you know, us 90s babies, you know, and I be forgetting that. And I know people gonna try to use that as a defense mechanism. Like, oh no, I ain't gonna debate him. He's not intelligent enough. Oh, he's calling me names. He's not intelligent. I'm like, man, shut up. You scared? If you're scared, just say you're scared. Okay. All right, if you're scared, you're scared. All right. Do we need to have our UCC1 trust established to truest get remedy? Danger can. Let me ask you a question, brother. I give you $10,000 right now if you can tell me whenever I ever taught UCCs, or if I ever talked about UCCs, meaning in a way of teaching it. You got to be new because ain't no way. All right, we don't do UCCs here. I have got a remedy, ain't did nothing about a UCC, and folks try to tell people, well, it's going to get reversed because he's not in a proper standing. I wish it would get reversed, okay? And for y'all that's running around, you saying that, okay, I did this, but they reversed it. Yeah, that's because you didn't really get remedy, okay? They did a conditional credit. Now, what's the term called? You know, when you dispute something on your car and they give you like a conditional credit while they investigate? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Like, let's say you go, something charged on your card. All right, you inform the bank that it was fraud. They give you like a conditional credit of the charge that was made. And then they give you a credit while they do investigation. But if they investigate and see that it was nothing to investigate, they're going to pull that conditional credit out. And all the money you use is going to get pulled as well. So you got a lot of people that go running around telling y'all they got remedy. Y'all, they don't have remedy. Okay, they have a conditional credit while the account is being under investigation. Just a way of the corporation looking like they're helping, but really not. Okay, that's why I tell folks, if you don't know how to sue, please do not do any of this. All right, because while you basking in your win, yeah, through. It went through. And then you wake up, your conditional credit is gone. They send you a letter and say, we have completed our investigation. Nothing's further will be taken. You know what I'm saying? And then boom. It was never remedy, family. Never remedy. And there's a lot of folks that get remedy and then y'all run. Folks that get remedy and then be like, I ain't heard nothing from him since in about 3 months, bro. So shit. I'm like, what you running from? Why are you hiding? Why are you hiding? Check on it. Yeah, they ain't said nothing. You gonna say something. Y'all never, I know a lot of y'all ain't never been trappers before or nothing like that, okay? Some of you probably will. But you ever been a trapper? Well, you done been the middleman, okay? You know the middleman, when the middleman is the runner, you know, the one that's getting in front of it to work. All right, that person don't want to call the plug when they know they got to pay the plug, okay? All right, meaning the plug always has to call the runner. All right, so for y'all that's not calling your runners, what are you doing? All right, because, yeah, 3 months may went by, you ain't heard nothing. Check on the call. Hey, y'all, why ain't heard nothing? Did y'all do that? Because what are we waiting on surprises for? We're literally waiting on what? They ain't said nothing. Shit, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna, shoot. Shit, ain't said nothing, bro. Shit, I guess I got remedy. No, that's not remedy. No, that's not remedy. That's them weeding you out to see, okay, all that shit they sent in, let's see if they're really going to sue us. And then the more time you get them, more time you give them, then they start to say, okay, hey, go ahead and get our attorney in there. Go ahead, go. Send you another bill. Hey, your account is 3 months past due. You're like, oh, what the fuck? These bitches. And then all your emotions come. Instead of being proactive, it's like so many people love being reactive. I don't know if I'm using that in the right context. A lot of people love to react. Okay? I see it happen so many times. Hey, bro. Oh, man, these motherfuckers. Y'all be so angry. I'm like, you didn't know the game was still going? Oh, you thought you just had to send some shit in and you can go back to not knowing what was going on? No. Okay? This is a lifestyle. This is not a hobby. Some of y'all trying to make this a hobby. Like, let me just learn this year so I can go back. Go back and do fucking what? I be trying to tell people, like, after you learn this, you don't go back, family. Unless somebody hit you with that Men in Black pen where you forget everything, you don't go back to that debtor lifestyle. You don't go back to the same goddamn conversations. Because if you do, that just lets you know you ain't been washed enough. You ain't been baptized enough. You got to come get baptized in the name of the creditor. All right? You ain't baptized enough. You still want to get high. You still want that hit. Okay? You done did 10 days, but you starting to itch. I'm like, oh, you itching? What's going on? You been fucking with them people? Okay? What's going on? You looking like your old self. Like me, you can't go back, y'all. All right, after you learn this, you're going to sound like, hey, hello, you're going to sound like me. If you care about people, you're going to sound like me. Now, if you don't care about people and you don't want to ruffle people's feather because you fucking soft and humble, all right, you're not going to sound like me. You're going to be like them people that learn this and go off in the damn dungeon, go underground, act like this motherfucking secret society shit, goddamn holding their hands certain ways and shit, having certain handshakes, goddamn, you got to fucking eat babies and shit. All this crazy ass shit when you don't got to do nothing that. None of that. I literally sit in my drawers, smoke marijuana, read laws and enforce laws. Okay? I take about 3 naps a day. That's why sometimes y'all might see me. I'm just waking up. I might be scrolling on my damn comments. That sometimes it be me, sometimes it don't. My assistants cuss me out because they be like, yo, keep your ass out the comments. And I'm like, yo, life is so free, man. I'm like, I can just grab, like, it's like life is just so free. It's like I can just hop on here and just say, shut the fuck up. Not saying that I'm better than anybody, but it's like I just don't gotta put up with nobody's shit. All right? My stress come from me making sure I don't say too much of the wrong shit and get my page banned because I'm already on thin ice. That really be my stress. I be like, don't say the P word, because I be, that P word, I don't know, for some reason, I be ready to call somebody a pussy. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, who I've been listening to. I don't know what it is, but it's like when I see somebody say some crazy ass shit or a dude talking gangster on my shit, I'm like, shut up, pussy. I be wanting to say that so bad, but I'm like, Instagram, I forgot this is a business page. This is not my personal page, okay? This is a business, meaning there are going to be people that are going to come here for the first time. And the last thing I want them to do is see my face for the first time and see me cussing somebody that's 70 years old out and call them an uninformed pussy. All right, that's the last thing I want, okay? That's the last thing I want. All right, that's the last thing I want. All right. No, I'm not an atheist. God damn. When did I say I didn't believe in anything? God damn. Hands up. I surrender to all of law. I got to make sure I submit to all of law. Okay. All right. Also, I submit to my higher self. So, take that however you take it, okay? Take it however you take it, all right? So let me go ahead and tell y'all something that definitely helped me out with court and me build confidence was YouTube. I literally went to YouTube, typed in traveling. Oh, no, what I used to type in. I want to tell y'all what I used to type in. I used to type in traveling, a traveler beats driving case. Or I used to type traveler beats court case, or I'll type in rights to travel. When you type in that, it's gonna pull up so many videos. That's why I be trying to say, like, how when people ask me if this is so real, why don't everybody know this? And I'm like, yo, I'm with you. I don't know why everybody don't know this. There's been people before me that's been talking about this shit. Listen, there's people that's before I was born, they was talking about this shit. But you know, there wasn't social media. You know what I'm saying? So we living in the best time because we can basically touch so many different people in so many different locations. All right, like literally, I got followers from the UK, Canada. Okay, so I don't even know how to say it. Sierra Leone. All right, Sierra Leone. If I'm saying it right, you know, Africa, country in Africa. All right, Ethiopia. Okay, India. Yeah, we global, man. What? Man, we global. Yeah. God-given law. Yeah, all of law. Yeah, all of law. Somebody asked me, why am I sick? Shit, man, I be flying all over the place, man. You know, I might pick up something. Man, what you think I got, man? What you think I got, man? What do it sound like, man? I feel like I'm a normal human, you know? I know a lot of people don't get sick. You know, I haven't been staying on my fruits like I'm supposed to, so I know why I have the sniffles. But y'all, I'm a human being, y'all. You know, sometimes you might have the sniffles, all right? All right, so, you know, I live South Florida, but, you know, when I fly other places, it's cold. So when I come back home, it's warm. So, you know, being on the flights and things like that. Can you touch on mortgage? Is there a method you teach on this? This whole process is a one size fits all, family. So I want y'all to eliminate the material. Take away the house, take away the car, take away the physical credit card. All right, take away all that. What still remains? The account. All right, when you focus on the account, all right, you're not going to get lost in, hey, is it a mortgage different? Is a car different? Can I do this with my student loan? You have to look at it from an account perspective. We're dealing with accounts. All right, we're dealing with accounts. This account has a debtor. This account has a creditor. All right, again, this account has a debtor, borrower, and this account has a creditor, lender. All right. The problem has been the consumers, or shall I say the owners of the consumers, have not understood that they are the creditors, not the borrowers. You are not the sinners. Sinners are debtors. Forgive us of our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not in temptation. Forgive us from evil. God is the kingdom. Hold on. Wait. I'm not Christian. I'm just breaking this down for you. Wait. God, let's bring it back to the Constitution. In God we trust, meaning in the living man, woman, we trust. The Constitution starts off with we the people, talking about the persons of the United States. A person is a natural person or an organization. Y'all got to remember, God had to utilize a person to come down and inform. You see where I'm going? All right. So it was all a story that was supposed to be a fucking example. Not for you to wait on this name to come crack through the sky and come save your goofy ass. No, we were all goofy. So don't get offended when I say that. We was all goofy. We was all sitting around waiting. Goddamn. All right. Log off if you don't like it. We already know the life you're living. We lived that life. Okay? You ain't telling us nothing. Not telling us nothing. Okay? Folks be trying to inform you of some shit that we grew up on. I didn't have a choice to grow up on that. You see what I'm saying? Like, folks be thinking they inform you like, you know that. I'd be like, hush, you haven't read that book all the way to understand what's going on. You haven't read your rights all the way to understand what's going on. So the last thing you're going to tell me to do is what to do with my soul and who I'm submitted to. You not even conquering your own goddamn soul. All right. And persuading to cess decay by Act of 1666. All right. You dead. Okay. You dead. You not even alive right now. All right. On paper, you not even alive right now. Okay, you dead. So don't tell me nothing about who I'm supposed to be doing. Nothing. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what's going on because I have did the reading, have did the study, have did the experience, has pieced it together, has gotten success. Okay, all right. So again, the gods are us. All right. And we utilize citizen, consumer, government names to do business. But without that natural man, the God, there is no motherfucking business. All right. So they say in God we trust. If God don't trust your ass, we not doing business. Meaning if we don't trust the banks, what we ain't going to do? We ain't going to do business, which is going to make the economy go into a recession. Right. Right. So I'm just trying to give you the dominoes. I'm just trying to give you the domino effect. The more informed the God is, the more equipped that God's going to be able to utilize Jesus. All right. But if God can't inform Jesus on what to do on the goddamn land, Jesus going to be out here doing all kinds of wild shit. Fucking strippers, goddamn, all kinds of crazy shit, doing drugs. All right. Never gave Jesus instructions. Okay. That shit sound crazy, don't it? That's what's going on. That's what's going on. We sending our Jesus in and got there with no help, no kind of information, no security, just sending his ass on through and he doing all the goddamn work or she doing all the work. Again, I'm not religious. I'm just making an example. All right. All right. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do a part 2. We got 20 seconds. We're going to do a part 2. So y'all stay locked in. Do part 2 and I'm going to get y'all up out of here, y'all.